Yes, dear students, greetings to one and all. Welcome back to the session. So, in the previous video lecture, we have learned about the differences between atomic orbitals and molecular orbitals, as well as the importance of psi and psi square, nothing but the psi is wave function, psi square is probability of finding the electron, as well as the differences between classical and quantum mechanics. So nowadays, what we are going to use or upgrade, or what innovations are being taken place because of the Schrodinger's wave equation, which is nothing but a part of quantum mechanics. Now coming to the point, molecular orbital theory. Right. So according to wave mechanics, two theories of chemical bonding exist. One is valence bond theory, the other one is molecular orbital theory. So in valence bond theory, the atoms in a molecule retain their individuality. The bond is formed due to interaction of the valence electrons when the atoms come closer. So we are going to study a little bit or what you have studied in your intermediate. Let us recollect the postulates of valence bond theory, which is called as VBT. It is modified by Mulligan, Hunt, and Jones. These three scientists together proposed this, the molecular orbital theory. Right? So, what are the postulates of molecular orbital theory? So, it's just as I said, you valence bond theory. So, in which valence electrons are going to be taken place. Whereas molecular orbital theory, we are going to see the various postulates. So, here atomic orbitals of atoms overlap to form molecular orbitals. So, as I said you earlier, atomic orbitals are formed by atoms only. So which is monocentric, single center, because it consists of atom only. Whereas in case of molecular orbital theory, two or more than atoms, two or more than group of atoms combines together to form a molecular orbital. So hence atomic orbitals of atoms, these different atoms, they will may be different or similar, but at least two must be there. So that's why here it's written plural, atoms overlap to form molecular orbitals. The number of molecular orbitals formed is equal to the number of overlapping atomic orbitals. So molecular orbital is formed by combination of atomic orbitals. Hence, the number of molecular orbitals must be equal to the number of overlapping atomic orbitals. The atomic orbitals differ overlapping yield two molecular orbitals. What are the two? One is bonding, second one is anti-bonding. Alright. So bonding molecular orbitals which comes under lower energy, and anti-bonding molecular orbitals which comes or which goes or which moves to the higher energy. The decreasing energy of bonding molecular orbital is approximately same as the increasing energy of anti-bonding molecular orbital. Each molecular orbital can accommodate two electrons with opposite spin, just like atomic orbitals. So if you see in case of, as I have explained in case of quantum numbers, right? So in case of spin quantum number especially, which consists of plus half and minus half, which is one is parallel and another one is anti-parallel. So which is simply you can say they have opposite spins. Next, depending upon the type of overlapping, molecular orbitals are designed as sigma, sigma star, pi, pi star, and delta, delta star. So, if you go through the differences between atomic and molecular orbitals, students please recollect atomic orbitals are represented by SPDF, whereas molecular orbitals are represented by sigma, pi, delta, and tau. So here in this case also molecular orbitals, again they are bifurcated into bonding and anti-bonding. Hence they have sigma, sigma star, pi, pi star, and delta delta star. If it comes to tau, it will also forms like tau tau star. The filling of electron in various molecular orbitals obey Aufbau, Hund's rule and Pauli's principle. So all these three rules which you know very well while you are supposed to write the electronic configuration. So nothing but filling of electrons into the respective orbits. Right? So all these three must be obeyed. Next, psi1 and psi2 are the wave functions of two overlapping atomic orbitals. Let us suppose a molecular orbital is combination of two atomic orbitals. So psi1 is of one atom, psi2 is of another atom. These two combines together to form molecular orbital. And the process of their overlapping is called linear combination of atomic orbitals. According to LCO method, linear combination of atomic orbitals can take place either by addition or subtraction of wave functions of atomic orbitals. If from this only we are going to explain about bonding and antibonding. So linear combination of atomic orbitals, if they are formed by addition, nothing but constructive interference, they are called as bonding orbitals. If are formed by subtraction or destructive interference, or which is called as anti-bonding orbital. Bonding orbitals are represented by sigma, pi, delta. These are bonding orbitals. Whereas sigma star, pi star and delta star are antibonding orbitals. So once again I explain, sigma, pi, delta are formed by addition of atomic orbitals. Whereas sigma star, pi star, delta star are formed by subtraction or destruction of combination of atomic orbitals, right? So here we will take this as an example. So psi of molecular orbital which consists of atoms A and B, let us imagine. So here which forms psi of A plus psi of B is called as bonding molecular orbital. And one more important point you have to remember is the energy of bonding molecular orbitals is less than that of constituent overlapping atomic orbitals. The energy difference between the combining atomic orbitals and molecular orbital formed is called as stabilization energy, right? So from this we can conclude BMO means bonding molecular orbital stabilizes the energy. So here we will see a little bit about the characteristics of bonding molecular orbitals. Bonding molecular orbitals lower energy than that of atomic orbitals. Bonding molecular orbitals high electron density in region between two nuclei. It imparts stability of the molecule. Every electron in bonding molecular orbital contributes to attraction between the two atoms. And moreover, it is formed only when the lobes of atomic orbitals possess same sign. So equal energies, same sign, constructive interference, addition, all these combinedly or if or else combines together, they will be called as a bonding molecular orbital. Alright. So next one is a antibonding molecular orbital. So antibonding orbitals, they have subtraction, right?